Welcome to the jump off point. I am Sly.
And he's the chief.
And you're Spooky.
And we have just seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Okay, I'll shoot over to you two for your views. As usual, I'm not going to prejudice you with my views first. So what did you both think of Jurassic Turd?
Calling it the Fallen Kingdom is pretty apt because I can't believe how far this franchise has fallen since the first film.
It's virtually prehistoric. Chief?
I went in expecting nothing and
Got less.
Basically got less than that.
So the premise of the movie is there's some dinosaurs on the island. Claire, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, and Owen, played by Chris Pratt, sent in to rescue these dinosaurs, but there's a double cross, and the person who sent them in...
Really? There was a double cross?
Yeah. Unusually, there's a double cross in this franchise, and they were
rescuing dinosaurs. What could go wrong here? What could possibly go wrong?
They actually wanted to buy the dinosaurs for military and black market purposes. And
they were selling them like pets.
Yeah, they were selling them. So...
I think someone just went to the big bumper book of movie plots and just cut and paste a few little pages.
I gotta say, actually, the start of it...
Here we go.
I thought
Jurassic Park's #1 fan.
I thought it set up okay, and then the moment they got to the island and everything started going wrong, it just became this big clusterfuck of a typical action movie of what could go wrong, would go wrong.
It is a typical action. No, it is a typical Hollywood action.
Because you need story and context and all
what
that.
What do you need that for?
Yeah, make it interesting.
This scene needs me.
So we had a lot of scenes where people were just where they needed to be to further the plot.
Jeez, I could go a bit... Where did that come from? Never mind, let's drink it.
The little girl...
What did I just overhear as I was walking past that door? Oh, I should stop and listen.
And I just happened to wake up as lava was flying toward me.
With no ambient heat.
Yeah, so... Alright, so what did you think was wrong with the story then?
Plot.
Well,
it's just
wait. There's nothing wrong with the plot. You can't have something wrong with something that's not there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just the same old rehashing, though. We just got to have threat from dinosaurs. They're going to eat some people. You've got all the cliches that's been in every other film there. We've got the fucking gung-ho military guys. They're just there to be eaten. You've got the annoying business guy. He's there at the end to be the last one eaten. You've got the precocious child, even though she's a, spoiler, a clone. For whatever reason that needed to be in there for. There to be saved and to bond with the two protagonists.
Well, she was always hugging Chris Pratt. I think she gave a shit about Bryce Dallas.
You've got the real stars. You've got the T-Rex. They're always going to make an appearance and eat the guy at the end.
Did he do that?
Twice.
I've never seen the T-Rex in it before. Did he come in at a crucial point and kill something?
Just when you didn't expect it.
And then bellow at the camera?
And you also had the smart... bad dinosaur that was always, looking around for something to eat.
The one where you don't have a lock on the cage.
Yeah, that one.
Let's see the characters there. So you have Chris Pratt who played Owen.
Owen! Get your mother a soda.
Wrong movie. And Chris Pratt was solid. Bryce Dallas Howard played Claire with one expression pretty much the whole movie. Ted Levine, I actually had to look him up. He played the evil military guy who was collecting dinosaur teeth. That was really... urgent foreshadowing for what was to come later.
It's on my necklace.
Yep.
Where's he going to wear this necklace? I'm just going to go down the street tonight and put on my big bony necklace.
And sorry, now I actually start...
Go to the clubs. It's a show.
I start forgetting names.
Hey, baby, look at my necklace.
The nerdy frightened tech guy who goes there and he's frightened.
Oh, that's the usual. It's the plucky young girl and the nerdy frightened tech guy.
Well, we're talking about the plucky young girl. So, when she was fundraising for these dinosaurs... she lamented that she'd never seen a real dinosaur.
Of course not.
But she was a dinosaur.
Oh no!
I don't know how that works. How you become
internet.
Oh,
I'm sure there's an internet course you can get. You can go online.
So
and you can get a dinosaur vet.
You have this motley bunch of characters.
Yes, that's a thing.
Yeah. You have this motley bunch of characters. And it's trying to sort of foreshadow not foreshadow. It's trying to pay an homage to the original movie where you had Samuel L. Jackson as the tech guy and all that sort of stuff. But at no point were any of these characters...
Jackson.
Yeah, he was in the first movie.
Was he? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's the chain-smoking guy working with Dennis Nedry, whatever his name was.
Yeah. But they sort of seem to be trying to pay homage to those type of characters to have this, really diverse bunch. but at no point were any of them under any sort of threat. And as we pointed out...
No?
No.
Really?
When the dinosaurs were taken off the island and Chris Pratt had just... and Bryce Dallas Howard had just been marooned there, they jumped in the truck and drove the truck and fucking jumped over the water ramp to land on this ship, and no one sort of said, "Who are you people?
What are you doing with this truck? We left that truck. It's just come out of nowhere and jumped on our ship."
Now, honestly, I can understand why they wouldn't say that, because Bryce Dallas Howard did put on a baseball cap. That could have thrown them off. It was a fucking pivotal disguise.
Weren't they actually standing on the truck when they were looking at the lava flowing?
Yeah. And they also saw a Brontosaurus die.
No, it was a Brachiosaurus.
And I don't care at this point.
Come on.
Right.
You got to be accurate with dinosaurs.
That's right.
There are kids watching.
That's right. There's a Velociraptor Raptor.
Oh,
Whatever it was called. What was it?
It was an iPod Rex or something.
iPod Raptor.
So all the dinosaurs have been shipped to the mansion, to the Walt Disney Mansion.
As you would.
Where Lockwood, who have never introduced in any other 4 movies, that he was a partner of Hammond.
No. We didn't even know he existed until this film.
So played,
and they actually got from...
And he was pivotal in the development.
Yeah. And he had a dream, Hammond, he mentioned his dream that Hammond had about...
I love this.
Bringing back the dinosaurs and letting him roam free.
Away from man, untouched. Back in their natural habitat, surrounded by...
theme park.
Tourists.
Theme park.
Yeah.
And rail systems and electric fences as nature intended.
Yes.
That was his dream.
It was a great dream. He's a humanitarian.
Yeah.
So Lockwood, it's not party to this fucking scheme played by, I don't know, his secretary's name was, what was it? Butthead.
She just disappeared too.
Who's the secretary?
No, she was the nurse or whatever.
The nurse,
or whatever, yeah.
But she just disappeared from the film.
I've been going to find that the nurse is actually the little girl, but another clone, or whatever her name, but like an older version of her.
No, I think they pretty much established that she raised the original daughter and raised this one as well.
I reckon they're going to turn.
I raised both of them, and I actually thought at one point that raising both of them meant that she raised the clone and the fucking dinosaur, the raptor.
So has she got like reptilian DNA in her? Therefore,
She
is that
did
what
like-
they did at the end? They did the
nanny looked like she had reptilian DNA.
Well, that's what we said. We said
the close up with the eye.
But that's what we said.
I think she was from the Cretaceous period.
Crustaceous. We were saying that, like when they're in the display and the lights came on and the little girl was looking at the glass and there was the reflection of the dinosaur and it looked like it was meant to be reflecting her, but then it was the dinosaur coming in. So I reckon that was foreshadowing that she's going to have.
Well, like I said, at the end they did this mysterious little close up on her eye.
You know why? Because the dinosaurs are alive like her.
Yeah. Of course they are.
And she'll morph into one in the next film.
But anyway, so we're jumping ahead.
Spikes coming out of her back.
She'll just be dinosaur controller.
Nasty great pointy.
So we jumped ahead a little. They went back to the Walt Disney Mansion where they were auctioning these dinosaurs to, I don't know, black market.
How did they get from the island off the coast of Costa Rica to his mansion in a day?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
I don't know.
And we should mention that Owen and Claire actually drives one of the dinosaurs off. No, none of these dinosaurs were assigned to particular people. It wasn't like, oh, let's have fucking high security clearance. You got clearance one. It's just like, someone's taking the track. That's okay. They must be going exactly where.
But nerd guy got away with. I don't know what the hell he got away with. They said, if you're a ship,
you're part of the crew.
You're part of the crew.
Yes.
Have some rope.
Yeah, I am. Okay, we'll go off and do some work. Let's security.
Here's some rope.
These guys were getting paid overtime, I assume, for their.
And you'd actually think in a military unit like that, you'd probably know. Everyone would know everyone.
Yeah. It would be part of the crew. No. So that's why I don't know.
Generally, you wear sort of baggy pants and a singlet and carry a gun.
Can you tell me what military applications dinosaurs would have that you're buying for 10, 20 million each?
Well, especially when you can shoot one with 3 bullets and it falls over and nearly dies until the gun jams. Yeah. They're not much of a deterrent, I wouldn't think. And if you had a whole fleet of raptors coming at you and you had a couple of tanks, I'd be betting on the tanks.
Why didn't they have a tank?
Well, they did. The Ankylosaur was meant to be a tank. I think they're going to put cannons on it. This film reminded me as I'm sitting there thinking, it's like watching my kids play with their dinosaur toys.
Making up stories.
This one's got a cannon on it. This one's got laser eyes. And I reckon at some point, Hollywood was looking through my lounge room window going, there's a movie in this. 2 movies.
Well, there's another one. Oh, they got another one somewhere going along,
But tell me, so what's the military going to get out of it, or anyone who has military applications?
Oh, they weren't buying them for military applications. Well, some of them buying to hunt, and someone's buying them for a pet, and I don't know.
But they were referencing that. But the guy.
Well, the iPod Raptor was meant to be for military applications, wasn't it?
The guy who was doing the auctioning. What's the title for that guy? I can't remember. Anyway, the guy who's doing the auctioning. He was always pointing out the military applications, going, this one has armour, and this one, is great for hunting and all that sort of shit. So I was assuming that they're going to weaponise these things. Because why else would you fucking...
No, I think they wanted the DNA of them.
Well, I don't know.
I think that was part of the story. Somewhere lost in translation.
Yeah, I think they tried to explain it.
The crap in the film. Something about using their DNA for something or other.
Put them in a cage and sell them for millions. People understand that.
Yeah. So they also put in the cage...
Everyone wants a dinosaur. I'd pay millions for a dinosaur.
They also put Owen and Claire in a cage. And the bad guy, the secretary, I forgot. I don't know his name. Ralph Spall, I think the actor is. But he said, as far as we're concerned, they died on the island. Why don't you just shoot the fucking...
Because you can't shoot them there. They've got to escape.
But that's got to be logical. You got to sort of look at it and go, I know why they didn't kill him. Why would you just leave him in the cage to fucking do nothing? Right next to a fucking dinosaur who's built to bust walls.
It's all explained in that scene in Austin Powers 2, I think, where he's captured Austin Powers, Dr. Evil. And Scott goes, well, just shoot him. You got him now, just shoot him. He's going, but yeah, I can't. I've got to explain my nefarious plot to him. And there's every trope from movies there and that particularly, and it never changes. You just can't kill these people. But who else are you going to explain your evil plans to?
Well, the little girl, because she was always there. Maisie was always fucking where she needed to be. And then you get like this thing where they introduce the final big genetically mutated dinosaur. I'm still amazed in this universe they would fucking actually go, geez, dinosaurs aren't, dazzling enough. Let's mutate one so it has hands. So Ted Levine just walks in to this dinosaur. He shoots it twice with tranquilizers. You'd think at this point you just fucking shoot it like another 10 times to make sure it's down.
Pretty much.
And he just opens the cage door.
He wanted to get the tooth. He didn't want to get that tooth for his necklace.
That was his sole.
That was his sole purpose. They set it up beautifully earlier in the film where he ripped the tooth off the guy and put it in a bowl. So they set that scene up.
Well, how comically was that also played? That the fucking dinosaur had its tail hovering, and then Ted Levine turned and the tail went down, but then the eye opens
and there's a little smile, a little smile of the dinosaur.
See, someone needs to put that on YouTube one day with some wah 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 music around it too.
And why would you never be suspicious when you
laugh track?
When Claire and Owen got to the island with this military operation that's there with these suspicious characters, the rescue suspicious party, you go there and all it is these, South African military guys with these big guns just going around shooting people, and you think, I'm not a bit suspicious that your whole humanitarian reason to pick these dinosaurs up and bring them to another island, it looks a bit suspicious, these guys. Why have I got all these guys with these big guns and tanks?
Because they're here to help.
Yeah, of course they're here to help. This doesn't quite work.
We're all here to help them save the dinosaurs.
Well, so you had these two action scenes where firstly the volcano exploded at the most inopportune time, shockingly.
Of course.
And they had to try and escape while all these other dinosaurs are running, and they got in a little glass ball and they rolled off a cliff. And then in the mansion, in the Walt Disney Mansion too, after the auction, and the hand dinosaur named Indo, I think. Hando? What? I don't know. But fucking that
Improbable Rex or something.
Yeah, Raptor? In something Raptor. It was in the iPad Raptor.
So after he got free, then it was just it was just a hunt again. So everyone was expendable except for the main characters. Apparently, if you're in massive in case this actually does happen in real life, just get under your doona in the bed. Dinosaurs do not see that. I mean, she had all.
No, the dinosaur's going to get her.
Yeah, I know, but it's she's fucking so far been shown to have all this ingenuity to jump in, what do you call them, those dumbwaiters and shit like that. It's I'll just jump under a doona. As a security.
Yeah, I think it's a ravenous buck-bladder beast of trial theory.
So then you had this all these stupid little fight scenes with the hand dinosaur going after Chris Pratt and all that sort of stuff. It impaled Bryce Dallas Howard's thigh.
And she forgot about that, though.
She forgot about, a lot of times she was forgetting about she's actually limp. It was someone must have been calling out, you got a limp. You've been stabbed in the fucking thigh. Limp.
No.
Well, where's the consistency in this fucking movie?
There's no consistency when my kids play with their toys either. They just make shit up as they go along.
Yeah. But you fucking constantly get back to this universe, and obviously the dinosaurs just run amok, and you get to the point where
that's what every film's about, isn't it? Dinosaurs run amok. You just got to figure out a different way for them to run amok.
But do you give a fuck anymore about them running amok?
No.
No, I mean, do you give a fuck about the characters?
Oh, hang on. These ones are in civilization now. That's not been done before.
They all escape. At the end, the little alien, reptilian kid makes them all escape.
A dozen dinosaurs unleashed, which will now, in between this and the next film, breed 1,000-fold.
Of course they will.
And be a massive threat.
Well, some of them are vegetarian.
Because the dinosaurs are going to be a threat to the humans who've got bazookas and tanks. And
Carnosaurus,
all the rest of
a
us.
T-Rex, and an incredibly smart Velociraptor are the only real threats out of all the ones that escaped.
How much of a threat is a T-Rex? Really? 2 tanks, the tank will take it out, T-Rex.
You've already established that it takes 1 or 2 tranquilizer darts to take these things down.
And look at the T-Rex has gone to the zoo to go
to yell
to
lion. I'm the king of the jungle now. Get back down the food chain.
That was funny too, because Jeff Goldblum's character, Ian Malcolm, one character,
that's probably an Oscar-winning performance.
So he bookended the film by talking about.
Did he phone that performance in?
Talking about the danger of dinosaurs yet again. And it's like saying, "Oh, how much more evidence do you need?" It's like, yeah, how stupid are you fucking people? This is the 5th time these fucking things have run loose and killed people, and people in Congress just going, "Yeah, I don't know."
We're going to leave that in private hands. We think the private, those private people are non-for-profit. We think that they'll look after humanity and not worry about the cash.
Well, they're just going to lift their employment standards a little, because there's a lot of people slipping in who just can't.
They don't need to. They get eaten. That's how they cull. The stupid ones get eaten.
I wanted to see a particularly framed shot where the Goldblum was addressing the Senate, and as he's talking there, just a few bags of money just come into frame, because that's the only reason he was in the film.
Jeff Goldblum.
We need a tenuous link to the past.
He's done the brand though.
These two, we can't remember their names. No one cares about them. Bring someone in that we liked.
But the funny thing with Jeff Goldblum is that you bring him into movies to be Jeff Goldblum. You don't bring him to be the character.
Yeah, but he's always just Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, no, but he's sort of like really Jeff Goldblum now. There's nobody could be Jeff Goldblumier than Jeff Goldblum. He is the Goldblumiest of them all. So anyway, the dinosaurs run all over the mansion. They eat everyone except the main character. Not one main character died. Not one good supporting cast died. The bad guys all got eaten as expected.
Yep.
And all the other dinosaurs are in their little cages, and the gas was escaping and to kill them. And Bryce Dallas Howard had this dramatic moment when she goes, "I can open all their doors," and did it all individually. As you pointed out, Spook, she could have just opened the gate to the fucking ward and
let the gas out.
Yes,
open the window, but she could really open the door and let the gas out rather than let the dinosaurs out.
But it's really funny too, because
how many times has she fucked up at her job in these films?
But so she let them all out of their cages, and then you got the big red button that's going to open the doors. And
the door's outside.
Danger, do not press.
Yes. And she lifts the little glass panel and she puts a hand over it, and Chris Pratt, Owen goes, "If you do this, there's no turning back." It's like, what sort of fucking statement is that? And then she closes it, and it's like, you just let them out of their cages to fucking die in the gas a little bit more. And they go to watch them all die, apparently, all fucking transfixed by this, and the little girl Maisie just pushes the button. And
but they can't go out and push the button to close the door again.
You need to live.
They're alive like me.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but they couldn't go back and press the button to shut the door again. If they really wanted to shut the door, they could have just went, press the button,
it's a one-way button.
That button only opens doors.
It actually was labelled there. There's no going back for the doors. There's no closing them.
No closing. It's an open door button. So the button that they could have pressed to let the gas out, so it didn't kill the dinosaurs, that button.
I think there's another button off to the right that hadn't been installed yet, which was the close the door button. It's a big green button.
Was the press for a plot button? Was there a press for a plot button?
No.
No?
The thing I like about the mansion...
There's only so much you can do with a $100 million budget.
I know if the mansion they said...
It's not this film. This film's way more than $100 million.
Yeah. I know if the mansion there, Lockwood, played by James Cromwell, he said, this is where it all started. So obviously there was going to be some, labs and that sort of shit. But apparently, how the fuck the bad guys build all these cages on bloody conveyor belts that come out to fucking big auction rooms, and nobody noticed this was going on when he was constructing. It's like an evil plan. It's going to take 18 months to build.
Because it's the businessman. Everything's just the business. It's like, he's building conveyor belts and cages.
Let me give Lockwood a Mogadon. He'll be out for 4 hours. Build some cages.
Hang on, no. You go and dob yourself in on that phone, resting on a giant pillow. But don't suffocate me with the pillow.
Well, that was when Lockwood died. I remember you sort of shouted it out almost. He's going to get suffocated by the pillow. Have you seen a worse movie than this year? I thought it was harmless, but it was stupid.
Did we see it last year or this year?
No, we saw that last year.
Oh, right.
Around Christmas, I think.
Yeah. It's just stupid. It's not... It's bad, but it's stupid. And you can watch the crap that it is, because I didn't expect anything.
But the problem with this whole rebooted universe is like when we watched the first movie, Jurassic Third one.
Oh, that was bad, though.
But it was like the whole premises of that was people had gotten tired of dinosaur zoos. So let's genetically engineer some more dangerous dinosaurs to pour them in. And it's like, in what fucking world... You know, I mean,
But put them in this little cage and never let them out.
But you both have kids. Your kids go, I'm just bored of the zoo. I don't want to fucking see another lion again. Do they say that?
No, I took it to the zoo last weekend to see the armoured lion.
the armadillo lion. That was like the most ridiculous premise. And then they fucking had all this sort of stuff that, you know, Owen, he'd almost domesticated some velociraptors. So
Well, we didn't talk about Blue, who was in this film.
I can't remember being in the
smartest animal on the planet, other than...
Second smartest, yeah, that's what they said.
Whatever, the second smartest.
Isn't that Snowy in the Tinted movie?
I think Snowy would be dead by now.
Fail.
Yeah, probably been gassed.
What Lassie?
Which one?
But it just...
That's the production line.
Skippy. What about Skippy? Skippy knew what was going on.
It's a ridiculous premise to fucking build a universe on. And they're going to do it in Predator, it looks like. Also, the new Predator movie, it's a fucking genetically engineered Predator that's going to run amok.
Because the first one struggled so
much. Oh, no, we don't need a super... We need a super...
Why do Hollywood really think that, you know, let's make something bigger and uglier and stupider, and that will bring the uglier, stupider people in to fucking love these stupid movies?
That's in that thing you talked about where you pick the premise of on internet. Yeah, movie premises. The ugliest, stupider thing is rule number 42.
Yeah,
you know, if you are a Hollywood film remaking or an old film, you need to be uglier, stupider.
You're looking like
and genetically modified.
You look at some of the franchise movies, like, and I'll just lob off a few. Fucking Logan. There wasn't a world-ending, you know, theme to that. Dark Knight, with Heath Ledger, again, there was a Gotham-ending theme. Just one criminal, you know, created a compelling story, and it led into, admittedly, a second criminal, but it was really centered around the Joker for quite a bit. Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, fucking got massively pared back in budget, but they made a compelling story, and that still regarded as the best Star Trek movie of all time. And it just fucking shits me they have this mentality of, let's just throw more shit at the screen. And it's like, I reckon the best examination of this phenomenon is the Die Hard quintology. First one is still a great action flick. As they go on, they introduce more and more shit until the fifth one's just fucking really over the top.
Is there a fifth one?
Yeah, when he's in Russia with his kid.
I don't think I've seen I don't actually think I've seen the fifth one.
It's a good idea if you don't. It's just, but, like, it's like with a lot of sequels, and they get into the third, fourth, fifth movie, and they're just throwing a lot of fucking crap at the fucking screen. And they become really tiresome. They lose all connection to the character. They lose all connection to any probability and all that sort of shit. That's what Hollywood makes blockbuster movies now like. They're like the fifth movie in that fucking franchise.
Yeah, they don't even have the first one these days, you know.
No, they're just jumping that
like
fifth
one. Like
the
Jurassic Park I watched
this was
not long ago. It's actually good.
Oh, the first one's still good.
Yeah,
Jurassic Park's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's just a brilliantly crafted film.
But it's
a simple film.
Oh, no, and the theme is quite good in terms of, it's there to tell you about the reasons why you shouldn't do these particular things. You're doing it with the best intentions, and then the film sits there and just picks apart exactly everything that would potentially go wrong. And it does it really intelligently. It's a great film. Great characters, very memorable characters. You could probably sit here and ramble off every character name in this one. Can you name anyone that's been in the other four?
Well, the other good thing about the original movie is you've cast three actors in Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum, who have never been recognised as action heroes or anything like that. So it's very much like Jaws, where you get Roy Schneider playing that role where he's, just an everyday guy put into these extraordinary circumstances. It plays fucking so much better than, when you throw like a big muscly sort of guy into these movies.
Like The Rock.
Yeah, like the Big Trouble in Little China reboot that's been touted for a while. You get this connection with these people who are like real people. It's
a great flick. The first one's a great flick.
But it's this whole fucking premise of, let's just get them loose again.
We just need
Let's get them loose again.
And you got to go to another level of danger. Mayhem, danger. The big bad here has to be badder than the big bad of the previous film.
Do you want to know something? That's not recording.
Shit.
So, did either of you have a jump-off point for this movie?
I'll go first.
A Jurassic jump.
No, you were very eager.
It's unusual for me to jump off at the start of a movie, but the opening scene where that sub's going through, and we've established a little bit later on that this island's been abandoned, I think, since the last incident of 3 years. And the guy goes, "Don't worry, there's nothing alive in this tank." And, of course, that big fucking crocodile thing's still alive. What the fuck's it been eating for 3 years? This is just waiting for stray things to come up to its tank and eat. It's just like these dumb premises, and it was just like set the tone for the film that this is going to be stupid, is as stupid does for the rest of the film. So that's when I sort of started to step off for me.
I'm basically very similar. The first scenes where these private independent people are on this island of dinosaurs and volcanoes, the subject of a Senate inquiry, and no one's around, no military, nothing's around looking at and blockading the island or being right next to an island off the shore, and these people just go in and do whatever the fuck they want and come back out again, and no one actually knew.
Well, no one's cared in any other films about
No, yeah, I know, but
it's
that's what it's basically the same as every other Jurassic Park film, but it's just stupid.
It's not like they went there to get kryptonite, though.
No. Well, they did.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing. I got to admit, like, going into this, I knew it was not going to be good, so I probably jumped off when they made it. But that whole thing about when that first dinosaur was showing up on the island, and the tech guy's got the headphones on, and the people in the helicopter going, "Look out behind you," and he's going, "I can't hear you." Headphones. It was like a fucking comedy. It was like a Zucker Brothers comedy, I can't hear you, headphones. It's just like, fuck off. How can I take this seriously? And then the whole thing is he jumps on the ladder. The dinosaur grabs the ladder. It's fucking the helicopter's flying all over the place. It's like physics apparently don't apply in this world anymore. So it started off on a really bad foot when they announced they were going to make it, and I don't think it ever really recovered from that. But as a movie, it was a fucking harmless bubblegum stupid movie, because there's stupid movies coming out. Could have been offensive like Last Jedi, and wasn't. It wasn't.
It actually wasn't offensive as the first one.
Oh, the first one's a lot worse.
Yeah, I was offended at the first one.
Yeah.
This one I went in expecting absolutely nothing.
I mean, and you got to give credit to Rian Johnson and Last Jedi, because Fast Awakens is not a good movie, and to top that takes some effort. But if you're looking at this, they didn't even top the first one, because the first one just punctured you. Star Wars Fast Awakens did that also, but they raised the ante. It was amazing effort, Disney.
Well done.
Yep.
This is Universal. This is not Disney. This is rare Universal.
No, but I'm talking about
a non-Disney film. No, but a non-Disney film.
By the time this comes out on YouTube tomorrow, Disney will have owned
Universal. Right. Yeah, anyway, Ambler or one of them, they would have bought it up.
Anyway, I think that's it from us. If you like what you hear, but not like what you see, subscribe there, leave some comments down here, and we'll see you for our next review, which will be something. See you later.
Hopefully it's good.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
it's funny.
Could be waiting a while.
Yep. See you later.
Bye.
Cheers.
Ta-da.